Magandang araw sa inyo mga kabansa. Kayo ay nasa Iparas kay Paras. At ito yung lingkod Ado Paglinawan na nagbubungad ng pagbati ng ating sekretary.
Magandang hapon muli, Paring Ado. Magandang hapon muli sa ating mga nagdudusa pa rin ng mga mahihirap na mga kababayan. Hindi nabigyan ng tulong ng gobyerno. Puro lang pakitang tao, bigay ng mga akap, mga kung ano-anong mga pabuya sa ating mga kababayan, pero majority of our people walang natanggap na ganyan. Selective lang kasi pamulitikal lang naman yan. So, ang dami pa rin na naghihirap, lalo na sa rising prices of goods. Pinagyayabang na naman nila na bababa daw yung presyo ng bigas to 40, 45. Pero hindi pa rin natin nakikita sa ating mga mata, sa mga palengke. Pero that's still very far, Paring Ado, to the braggadocio of Marcos na magiging 20 pesos. Tumaas pa hanggang 60. Ngayon, a very good rice quality is between 55 to 60 pesos. Paano mo ibababa yan? Bibigyan na, nasabi nitong Locaret na nagdadaldal yan sa Malacanang, mabababa na daw sa 45. Sabi daw nung hindi man high school graduate na Secretary of Agriculture, hindi daw magtatagal ang presyo ng bigas, bababa daw to 45 pesos. Okay, well, let's wait and see, because these are the coming from this Locaret announcer of news in who's always announcing fake news. That will never happen, palagay ko. Anyway, mga kababayan, kamakailan lang ang ating butihing dating Senate President, nung siya pa ay Senate President, ay dinidepensahan niya ng todo si Marcos. Nagsisip-sip siya nung panahon na yun kay Marcos. Dahil ako, I was knowledgeable that he really worked for it. He befriended Marcos so that he'll become a speaker. Pero, alam mo, ang tao mayroong paninindigan. You can only do so much to do evil. Si Zubiri, una na muna, hindi niya nagustuhan yung People's Initiative. Okay? So, umangal siya doon. So, siyempre, umpisa na yun na nagagalit si Marcos dahil yung pinsan ni Marcos, who is the perpetrator of the People's Initiative, and Marcos, parati na yung magkasangga. So, dinadrama nila si Zubiri na Marcos daw will not want PI. So, vocal na vocal si Senate President Zubiri. And there were others, dictation from Malacanang. Pero dumating sa point na yung issue ng committee hearing tungkol sa mayroong isang official or person na report na kumukuha ng cocaine kasama yung isang artista, and this was divulged by Morales. And ayaw ng Malacanang yung hearing na yun. But Bato pursued it and continued. So, si Zubiri, ayaw niyang hintuin. So, kaya natanggal. Ito yung speech ni Zubiri. Kaya siya nagbitaw dahil hindi na niya makakaya ang pressure ng Malacanang to dictate on the Senate. Ito.
bumitiw si Senator Juan Miguel Zubiri bilang Senate President. Sa emosyonal na talumpati, sinabi ni Zubiri na nabigo siyang makasunod sa utos po na mga anyay nasa kapangyarihan.
I have never dictated my position on any of you. You know that. I've always supported your independence, which is probably why I faced my demise today. I failed to follow instructions from the powers that be. Simple as that. I've listened to all my colleagues throughout my Senate presidency. And again, I listened to them today. As we head into a new period for the Senate, I fought the good fight. If I've ruffled some feathers in doing so, then so be it. Hindi ko tinanggap ang pagiging Pangulo ng Senado para lang hayaan na bumagsak ito. Today, I offer my resignation as Senate President of the Republic of the Philippines.
Pinipilit daw siya na gumawa ng hindi niya gusto. The powers that be. Sino bang the powers that be? Si Zubiri is already a power that be. So who can be above him? There are only two people. The non-elected na may black eye sa mukha and the sino yung sinasabi mo? Bangag? Ha? Bangag ba? And that somebody who is according to President Duterte, the drug addict. Ha? Oo. Dalawa lang ang mag-uutos sa kanya. Hindi na niya kaya. Hindi niya kayang biguin ang hearing tungkol sa katotohanan sa isang tao na gumagamit ng droga doon, nagsisession sila doon sa bahay ng babae na artista who happens to be the girlfriend former girlfriend of who happens to be the girlfriend of the brother former girlfriend of the brother of whom Mig Zubiri as the powers that be. So, syempre, ginamit ni powers that be the new conjugal dictator of our country na napupusuan nila si Escudero.
Si Quezon.
Tayo, hindi naman tayo nagsisinungaling, and we are very frank and honest in our opinions. Sinasabi natin that yung sinasabi ni Chis Escudero na he was elected and campaigned on his own is not true. He was really pushed by Marcos, helped by Jinggoy Estrada and company. So, ngayon, Escudero is really a Marcos henchman. Pero, alam mo, tulad ni Zubiri, mga kababayan, sooner or later, hindi rin magagawa ni Escudero lahat na ang utos ng Malacanang, lalo na if it's purely illegal. Like convening Congress, convening the Senate to, kunyari, kasi ito si Marcos, mga kababayan, kunyari, ayaw daw niyang impeachment. Pero naguhugas ng kamay. Alam naman natin lahat na walang Speaker of the House na magiging Speaker kung walang basbas ng Pangulo. Isang sabi lang ng Pangulo, putragis ka, papalitan kita dyan. Pero, kukunwari si Marcos. Ginamit pa niya yung statement na it's a storm in the teacup. Sinasabi niya, pare, it's a storm in the teacup. Nobody will benefit from the impeachment. Pero, those are empty words because may usapan na pala sila. Nung nag-usap-usap sa Malacanang to proceed or not with the impeachment, what did Marcos say? Oh, that's their own. I cannot impose on them. That's a lot of bullshit, Marcos. Di ba? Because Duterte even chose the two speakers who did not even have numbers. But It was his will, and it was followed by the members. So if it's your will to change the speaker, it can be done. But nagmuro-muro lang kayo to the extent that ginuyo nyo yung iglesia ni Cristo sa mga speech mo, and you have fooled the faithful of the iglesia ni Cristo. But sooner or later, may rebenta yan, Marcos Jr. Ngayon, uutusan nyo na naman si Escudero na makilahok doon sa drama nyo ng Congress, ng Speaker of the House and the minions. Drama nyo na kunyari, hindi ka makikialam. Pero, sa likod, tinutulak nyo si Escudero na, pare, ayusin mo na yan. Pero, umabot na sa point na ayaw na ni Escudero na susunod sa'yo. Because these people have dignity. Subiri, Escudero, they have dignity. They cannot be pushed over so far. Even if you have something to do with this Senate presidency, but Escudero has a future to attend to. So, ito, tingnan natin si Escudero. Hindi na siya sumusunod kay Marcos. Kasi tapos na ang ginawa niyang kabutihan para kay Marcos. Ang kabutihan naman ng taong bayan at kabutihan naman niya ang gagawin niya ngayon. So, ito, sinasabi ni Escudero doon sa kanyang press con.
Nagpatawag yung Malacanang ng special session at tungkol sa impeachment, tatalima kayo, sir?
Depende nga kung anong tatawaging special session. Hindi naman...
Kung tungkol nga sa impeachment.
Pag nagpatawag ng special session, wala namang choice ang Senado at ang Kongreso. Ang tanong lang ay kung magkaka-quorum dahil nga nasa kalagitnaan at kasagsagan tayo ng kampanya. At dahil yung kalendaryo inaprubahan ng matagal na, at maliban sa mga nangangampanya, lokal man o nasyonal, so hindi lang re-electionista, ay baka sila iniwala dito. Depende kung kailan papatawag yan. At ulitin ko, ba't pa gigil na gigil? Sino bang gigil na gigil at nagmamadali?
So, tingin mo rin, SP, tingin nyo lang naman, sir, hindi magpapatawag ng Malacanang.
Hindi ko kayang magsalita para sa kanila. Pero kaya nga tinawag ng special session, di ba? Special eh. Special ba to? Special ba to? Di ba dapat, kaya nga nakapiring yung babaeng sumisimbolo ng hustisya eh. Walang regular, walang special. Di ba? Dapat pantay. Under the Constitution, we can request for a special session for urgent legislation. May nalalaman ka bang urgent legislation? Na ayaw nyo nga pag-usapan eh.
So, pinapangunahan na niya si Marcos na kung mayroong magsulsul-sul, tutulak sa'yo to declare a special session, tiyak na hindi susundin ni Escudero yan. Because it's very clear from his pronouncement that special session can only be had if there is a legislation, an important piece of legislation that will be the basis for the special session. For instance, a very often reason for special session is the passage of a supplemental budget. Tulad ng or special law like the bayanihan during the COVID. Ayan. Pwedeng mag-call ng special session because there's a legislation that has to be urgently addressed. Pero kung ang pinasabi ni Escudero, mayroon ba tayong current urgent legislation? Tinanong niyang media, walang masagot. See? Sabi niya.
Ang ibig mo ba sabihin, Secretary, impeachment does not qualify as special legislation?
How can you say legislation means a bill?
Oo.
That should come into law.
Oo.
That should become a law.
Ang impeachment,
Impeachment. No, impeachment is a different undertaking.
Ayun.
It's a removal of an impeachable officer. That's not a legislation. That's
So
one
ang
of the
nature,
process.
ang nature nila,
Alam mo kasi, maraming role ang Congress. One of which is its regular obligation, which is to pass law. Because, kaya nga legislature eh. But, the Constitution has also granted them other tasks. One is the amendment of the Constitution through Constituent Assembly. That's not a legislation. That's why they have to convene as a Constituent Assembly. May makakapwersa ba sa Senate? For so many times, mapipwersa mo ba yung Senate na to convene a Constituent Assembly? Maski ilang beses na nag-pass ang House ng resolution to convene, the Senate never heeded that request. Then impeachment is another task given to the Constitution, whereby the House of Representatives will come up with an articles of impeachment when they have 1/3 vote, and this will be the impeachable officer will be heard through an impeachment court, which will be formed by the Senate. That's not a legislation. So, very clear yung sinasabi ni Escudero. And this time, sinasabi na ni Escudero, if nagawa mo kay Subiri yan, at umatras si Subiri, hindi mo rin ako pipilit. Atras din ako. Di ba?
problema siya ngayon.
So, sooner or later,
Anong gagawin natin?
sooner or later, Marcos will lose allies because of their lawlessness in Malacanang. Na maski hindi pwede, ipipilit. This is the first time, alam mo, mabuti yung tatay kasi may swabe. Ito, brusko at garapal na
Wala kasing alam sa batas.
Garapal at hindi siya humaharap. Iba ang pailalim ang Kaya wala talagang
Subterfuge.
respeto ang karamihan ng taong bayan dito kasi he says in the public this one but he does the other thing. Who will respect a guy like that, mga kababayan?
This is on the issue of the impeachment.
Yes.
Ngayon, even before, nung bago magpasko, lumabas si former Associate Justice Antonio Carpio nagbigay ng theory na dapat mag-file na lang ng impeachment sa 20th Congress. We are now on the 19th Congress. Ang sinasabi ni Carpio kasi aabutan daw ng mga yung timeline hindi makakatapos and all that. And,
Well, actually,
what was behind that theory?
Ganito yan. Ang theory kasi diyan is the limitation by the Constitution as well as the rules that there can only be one impeachment within a period of 1 year. There can only be one impeachment initiated within a period of 1 year. So, ibig sabihin, kung lumampas ka na, halimbawa, nag-file ang House, pumunta sa Senate, pero naputol na yung 19th Congress, hindi na pwede yun. Because there is a law, or according to the rules, na lahat ng mga nangyayari,
Business.
pending bills, pending businesses, will have to end. As far as the House and the Senate will also have to end as far as the 12. But theoretically, but in reality, hindi talaga pwedeng na 12 lang ang magpa-continue. Kaya kailangan magkaroon muna ng election para magkaroon ng panibagong
24.
to have a quorum. So, ito magaling ito, kaibigan natin to, si Romy Macalintal. Mayroon siyang sinasabi diyan na hindi pwedeng...
May enlightenment siya.
Yeah, we should listen to what Romy Macalintal is saying. I believe in his wisdom. Even when he is just a COMELEC practitioner, COMELEC lawyer practitioner. But on many occasions, he has wisdom, unlike the Lucaret in Malacanang na walang wisdom. Ito, may wisdom ito. At ito yung tunay na practicing lawyer at trial lawyer. Ito, pakinggan natin si Romy Macalintal, mga kababayan.
Well, kapag ang impeachment case ni Sara Duterte ay sinimulang dinggin sa June 2, katulad na sinasabi ni Senator Chis Escudero, ay patay na ang nasabing impeachment case na yan kasi wala ng panahon ang present Senate na ito ay matapos hanggang June 30. Kasi maliwanag sa Rule 44 ng Senate Rules mismo na kapag ang Kongreso ay nag-terminate o natapos ang kanilang Congress sa panahong ito, hindi na po pwedeng i-take up yung previous matters and proceedings. Ibig sabihin, yung nakabimbin ng mga kaso, mga nakabimbin ng mga bagay na dapat na tinitake up ng present Senate, hindi na pwedeng buhayin doon sa bagong Senate. Maliban na lamang kung yung bagong Senate ay bubuhayin nila muli ito. Pero kung ito'y bubuhayin nila, ikukonsider yan na as if they were presented for the first time. Na sa kasong ito ng impeachment ni Ms. Sara Duterte, kung ito ay tatanggapin ng new Senate, mangyayari niya na parang bagong impeachment case ito na ipinapile sa bagong Senado. Na siyempre, nasasabihin naman ni Ms. Sara, hindi na po pwede yan. Sapagkat kung may bagong impeachment case, sakop ito ng tinatawag na pagbabawal sa ating saligang batas na hindi pwedeng magkaroon ng dalawang impeachment case sa loob ng isang taon. Nang ibig sabihin, sa loob ng isang taon, isang impeachment case lamang ang pwedeng isampa sa isang impeachable official.
So, ang mangyayari, dapat yung same impeachment lang, pero matatransfer sa new Senate? Ganun.
Yes.
Para hindi mangyaring dalawa.
No, kahit na yung same impeachment case ang ibibigay sa bagong Senate, iyon ay ituturing na bagong kaso. Hindi ito ituturing na lumang kaso, kundi ituturing itong bagong kaso as if they were presented for the first time. Kaya ang mangyayari niyan, sa loob ng isang taon, parang lumalabas na dalawang impeachment case ang isinasampa laban kay Ms. Sara Duterte na ipinagbabawal ng ating saligang batas.
Ang sinasabi niya actually, itong mangyayari. Pag June 2 na, bago ng Senate yon. So, yung impeachment case na na-file sa 19th,
19th Congress.
19th Congress, wala na yon. Pero it doesn't mean that the impeachment complainants and yung kanilang quest to impeach Sara will no longer be there. Ang hindi na sabi ni Macalintal is the new impeachment would mean to say that the Congress again, the new Congress will again come up with a 1/3 vote and come up with a new impeachment. At yun ang ipapile nila doon sa 20th Senate. Yun, bagong impeachment case which will comprise 1/3 but dalawang complication ito First, you have to file a new impeachment case. But what is the new impeachment case? For all you know, baka matalo itong mga huda sa Kongreso, manalo yung mga hindi hudas. They might not be able to get a 1/3 vote to come up with a new impeachment na ipapile nila doon sa 20th Congress sa Senate.
So, madalit sabi, ito nakafile ngayon within the...
Dead na yan in the water.
Within the 19th Congress, convening on June 2, hindi matatapos ng June 30. Tapos lahat yun.
Tapos lahat yun.
And then,
Pero how ka? I mean, it's physically impossible to finish an impeachment from June 2 to June 30.
Hindi ubra Mag-aanda pa ng rules.
Handa pa ng rules at may mga objections pa yan, may mga... Pero,
10 days pa nga yung
So,
ibibigay kay
kung
Sara to
kung dead
answer.
na yung, ang sinasabi ni Magalintal, when he was saying, yung bagong impeachment, which will be filed with the Senate on the 20th Congress, is talking of a new impeachment case.
Yes.
Even if kopyahin nila lahat yon,
Oh.
hindi pa rin pwede na yung impeachment na yan na nasa Senate ay ilulukso nila doon sa 20 ka. That will be because sino magpo-forward niyan? 12 lang yung member eh.
Oh.
Who will comprise the majority na mag-file ng resolution to forward this so that's dead.
By June 30, 12 na lang yung senador.
Oh. So kaya nga impossible. Wala silang quorum.
Ngayon, hindi rin naman nila pwedeng i-file kaagad yun in the 20th Congress kasi may rule of constitution na 1 year.
This are an absurdity here. Do you really think na yung mga senador na 12 na kumakampanya ngayon, some of them tapos na, some of them will lose in the election, or some might win. Do you really think from June 2 to June 30, they still have the time and the
Energy.
perseverance to attend
The interest.
the interest? It's an absurdity. For
Stress
all you know, yung mga mananalo, magbabakasyon na kaagad yan sa Europe or sa hindi yan atin dyan.
Lalo na yung matatalo, magbabakasyon.
No. So, I mean, it's exercise in futility. Ang ibig sabihin ni Magalintal, yung bagong ipapile, it goes through the same process again. The new Congress, the 20th House of Representatives, if they are still eager to file an impeachment, pwede lang kopyahin lahat yun if we're talking of the same membership. Pero kung nagpalit na, natanggal na yung mga bobo na mga party list members na pumirman dyan, for all we know, they might not even be able to file a new one. Then, furthermore, ang sinasabi niya, hindi na rin pwede yang maski mag-file pa sila ng new impeachment because it will now constitute a violation of the Constitution. Because that is considered a second impeachment case, which could not be accepted because there can only be one impeachment case within a period of 1 year. Maghintay na naman sila
Isang taon.
1 taon. So, sa March 2026, pwede na silang mag-file. Pero by the time, baka maunahan na. Baka si Marcos na ang i-impeach. And there are now a lot of people eager to file an impeachment case
Against the president.
against Marcos. Why? Ang daming impeachable offenses that Marcos has committed. Ako, I have counted 5. Since the time I watched him, since 2022, I have counted 5 impeachable offenses. But my friends who have studied this are just waiting in the wings to get a good timing. Maybe after the election. Oo. So, ilan po mga kababayan.
Huwag kalimutan mag-subscribe dito sa Iparas kay Paras at i-click ang notification bell. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat. Magandang hapon. Iparas kay Paras.